everybody. This is Philip Martin, and this is Audi. And you're watching On Film for June 12th, 2020. 2020. Wow. Boy, we're in the science fiction years now. What do I have to say this week? Well, first thing I have to say is that I'm very happy, kind of excited. Downstairs right now, this is Tuesday morning. I'm not going to be hocus pocusing you because I do this earlier in the week. This is actually Tuesday morning. There's about 5 minutes left in the morning, actually. And downstairs, I've got Spike Lee's The Five Bloods all queued up on my TV set. And I'm going to watch it and review it as soon as I get done doing this. So maybe I'll do this pretty quickly because I really want to get down there and do it. It used to be that Netflix, you had to have, was this kind of clunky system where you had to view their movies if you got in advance, which was another whole thing because every project at Netflix apparently has its own team of publicists, and you have to convince each individual team that you're a legitimate, person who's going to review the film, and not bootleg it and put it on the internet, which I suppose is something they need to be concerned about. But now they've got this system where they'll actually put it on your TV for you. Put it into your Netflix account. And so I can just sit down there and watch it on my TV. And before I could do that too. I could hook it up to a TV with HDMI cables and stuff, but that's another step. You don't really want to do that. So most of the time I was doing Netflix stuff, I was doing it on my iPad or on my computer. But now I've got the big 55-inch TV, the nice speakers, so it's going to be really a lot of fun. I'll make some popcorn. Me and Audi will sit down there and watch it, and I'll write it later on this afternoon. Or I'll write it as I'm watching it. Who knows? Some people can do that. I can't. So, The Five Bloods, Spike Lee. Spike Lee and I have a little bit of a history. I like Spike. I've met him a couple times. I asked him for a favor once, and he declined. And I don't know that he declined. I don't know. Maybe it was his people. I didn't speak to him face to face about this, but about 20-something years ago, maybe 23 years ago, I had a tentative contract to do a book on Jackie Robinson. And the book was going to be a pretty straight biography. And it was contingent on me getting access to the Robinson archives. Rachel Robinson, Jackie's widow, had... How do you want to get down? You're bored? Had his papers, all these documents and all these letters and everything that I wanted to look through. And if I couldn't see them, well, I probably could. I figured like I couldn't do the book. And she had given Spike Lee like an exclusive deal where he could have access to these letters for a period of time, because he was working on his movie about Jackie Robinson, which he never made, in which earlier this year he released a script of it online. And I haven't read the script. Google Spike Lee, Jackie Robinson script. You can find it and you can read it online. So tell me if it was a good movie or not. And, that's fine. But my book had nothing really to do with the movie. But I couldn't get access to it. So, and like I said, I don't know if it was Spike that did that, or if it was, one of his people, or if it was just something they decided they weren't going to let anybody see these archives until they were done with them. I don't know. But anyway, and when I met him, when did He Got Game come out? Was it 95? That He Got Game, I'd met him before. But, you meet these people when you're in my business. They don't remember you because they shouldn't, because you're in their life for like 2 minutes and then you're gone. But I interviewed him face to face at the He Got Game junket, whenever that was, 1995, I'm guessing. And we got talking about basketball. And I told him that I had gone to LSU. And he really flattered me because he asked me if I had played with Shaq. Shaq's a little bit younger than me, but okay. And in fact, I'm almost exactly Spike Lee's age. So thank you for that, Spike. And so I don't like I said, I've always liked Spike's films. I'm interested in this one. The only other time Spike has made a war movie was in 2008 when he did a movie called Miracle at St. Anna's, which was an Ed McBride novel. I think his name was McBride, and it really was kind of a murder story that had this war story embedded in it. It was the framing device was this murder mystery, and it starts out with this old guy who's not really an old guy. He's a young guy in old guy makeup in his apartment in Brooklyn. I think it's Brooklyn in 1983, and he's watching a John Wayne movie or The Longest Day or something. And he says to this TV screen, he goes, we fought for this country too, Pilgrim. Which I think is a really nice way of kind of getting into the Five Bloods, because the black experience, the American experience, has never really, in Vietnam, has never really been told. At least I can't remember a movie. And there's been black characters in just about every Vietnam film that you want to think of, whether it's Lawrence Fishburne in Apocalypse Now, or there were black soldiers in Platoon, but it's never been like it's never been like the story of a black unit or a black protagonist that I can remember. There might be something that I'm missing, that I'm not remembering. And Spike has this wonderfully blunt way of not letting people off the hook in his movies, and I think this might be something that he does really well. And coming at this moment in time, it could be a really important film. It could be a really strong film, and I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know, because like I said, that Miracle at St. Anne's had some good stuff in it. I mean, there are things I liked about it, but it was really kind of overstuffed. The narrative was really out of hand and unwieldy, and it went on for 2.5 hours or more, something like that. It went on a little long. It was, a middling Spike Lee movie. Like Spike doesn't do really bad movies. Some people think he does, but he's never made a really bad movie. In fact, some of the movies we've kind of dismissed when they came out, like the Blackface movie, which Bamboozled. I couldn't come up with it, but I did. Was really misunderstood when it was released, but now it's a lot more poignant and interesting, and seems to be prescient. Seems to have been prescient. So this is his follow-up to Black Klansman, which was, a big deal for him, and Spike was supposed to be the chairman, I think he was going to be the head guy at Cannes this year. He'll do that next year, and I'll be interested to see how this turns out. There's some things that look really promising about it. I think he's using older actors, and they're playing their younger selves without the aid of prosthetics or de-aging, digitally and stuff like that, which I think is sort of a pointed thing. Spike always hated to be compared to Woody Allen and Martin Scorsese, who are two filmmakers who I think he bears comparison to. I mean, because they're his peers in the first place. Second place, that they're both very New York centric directors, or can be perceived that way. They both have, but he just bristles at that. So I think that doing it this way is sort of a shot at Scorsese, and also probably a very interesting way to do it. I know that I thought that it might have been interesting to see De Niro and Pesci and those guys play themselves as younger guys without the benefit of of the digital stuff. The digital stuff didn't bother me. It bothered a lot of people. Some people thought it was really awful, but it didn't bother me. I just didn't think it was necessary, or I thought maybe it wasn't necessary. So we'll see. So Miracle, got Five Bloods. I'm not going to send you to Miracle at St. Anna's, though if you're interested in Spike Lee, you need to see it. And if you're interested in the Italian theater of World War II, maybe you'd be interested. But, you know, it's a middling Spike Lee movie. Because Spike doesn't make bad movies. Okay, what else have we got? Well, we got Thomas the Tank Engine. Yes. Yes, Thomas the Tank Engine. 20th anniversary. Karen Martin, my wife, actually reviewed it when it was a new movie. So, we're taking the opportunity to rerun part of that review in our home movies today. So, what else? Piers Marchand is looking at the King of Staten Island, the Judd Apatow, Pete Davidson film. And he's also got his Whisper to a Stream column, which focuses on independent drama, indie dramas this week, and there's some really good ones in there. I mean, Wendy and Lucy is a really good film, and he tells you where you can find them, where they're streaming, and all that sort of thing. Dan Liebarger is still on the bench, still on injured reserve. I don't know what Courtney Lanning is planning right now, but something, and it'll be a full week, be a full section. So, Audi's been very good. This is going to be our shortest one yet because I've been given notes. Take off your glasses, wear decent clothes, and don't be as discursive as you tend to be. So, this is our abbreviated on film for this week. See you next week. Leave me a comment. That's my Twitter handle, @BorkDog. We get paid for having Twitter followers, so I would appreciate that. Audi is gone. I'm going downstairs to watch Spike Lee, and I'll let you know how it is. Till next week. See you.